So who is Nikki Haley and why is she grabbing headlines? With her announcement to run for US presidency in 2024, Nikki Haley becomes the first candidate to challenge Donald Trump in a grand old party primary election. Haley has previously served as the governor of South Carolina. She was also the US ambassador to the United Nations during Donald Trump administration. Born as Namrata Nikki Randhawa in 1972 in rural South Carolina, Nikki Haley's parents are Sikh immigrants hailing from the Indian state of Punjab. Now, the lady has long spoken of a southern rural childhood in which she felt she didn't fit in. So much so, Haley has gone on record to speak of her pain during childhood. This was when her father was racially profiled as a thief in Colombia. Being a young woman and a daughter of immigrants worked heavily in Nikki Haley's favor till only some years ago. And why so? Simply because Nikki Haley was the first woman and person of color elected as South Carolina's governor. Moreover, Haley signed a legislation to remove the Confederate flag from the State House grounds. This happened after a white supremacist gunned down black parishioners at a Charleston church in 2015. In fact, when Donald Trump stood for the 2016 Republican primary, Nikki Haley chose to endorse Marco Rubio and not Donald Trump. And not just that, Haley condemned Trump as a racist that the grand old party must reject. She said Donald Trump was quote-unquote everything a governor doesn't want in a president. Haley also said she was embarrassed by Trump's attacks against former President George W. Bush. Even went on to condemn Trump's reluctance to disavow the Ku Klux Klan, an American white hate group. But the turning point to Haley's political career arrived with a series of flip-flops. Shortly after Trump won the presidency, Nikki Haley agreed to serve as the UN ambassador in 2017. This, by the way, is a cabinet-level position. And even after her abrupt exit from the UN, she chose not to challenge Trump in 2020 or even replace Mike Pence on the ticket. Instead, Haley returned to South Carolina. She joined the board of aircraft manufacturer Boeing. Haley reportedly commanded a whopping amount of $200,000 as fee. She also penned 2 books, by the way. Now, what's surprising but not shocking is that her support for Donald Trump continued even after the attack on Capitol Hill, which she displayed through her tweets supporting Trump weeks after the attack. But today, Nikki Haley personifies the Republican Party's shifting views on Donald Trump. Her reversal on whether to challenge the former president is based less on concerns about his divisive leadership or policy disagreements. In fact, it's based more on the growing belief within the grand old party that Donald Trump is losing political strength. And that's why those who attached themselves most closely to the Trump administration have now found their stars rising. That also explains why, apart from Haley, Mike Pence, Mike Pompeo and Ron DeSantis were once fully fledged Trump supporters. In fact, that's why they rose to national prominence. But now, all of them are plotting their own campaigns to take down the man they served as president. The first is obviously Nikki Haley.